exactly where we're going to play. This is going to be the first best of 5. If Divine Mind win this best of 5, we get a full bracket reset and we go back to a new set of maps. We're going to start out here on Livefire with some Oddball. We're going to Aquarius, which feels like the Chiefs' playground right now. To be fair, Bluey, if you're Divine Mind right now, you're probably taking a little bit of sweat off the brow of the fact that a CTF is a little bit deeper in the map pool, but you've still got so many of these big, strong maps for the Chiefs to go through first that I think Divine Mind really want to start out with a bang on these first couple of maps to see if they can get themselves deeper in this best of 5.
Yeah, Oddball, Livefire is a tough one to go into for their first map because they have a lot to prioritize. Not only is, you know, the objective of the Oddball itself in there, they have to worry about outslaying the roster of the Chiefs. They have to worry about keeping those power weapons out of the hands of the Chiefs. You know, I think a lot of us look at Oddball Livefire when the Chiefs are on them and go, okay, cool, Barcode's going to grab Snipe, yay! So that's what, as Divine Mind, you want to deny the Chiefs from having, and it's going to be a really tough task for them to do going into this map.
Yeah, and I think that's a thing that we've kind of talked about a lot today, right, Hoggy, is a lot of these teams have been putting a lot of emphasis back onto these power weapons, and we've been able to see these teams really get a stranglehold on a map when you see things like the Heatwave as well as the Snipe go into these kind of star-studded members and then consistently be able to get them. So that's certainly going to be something on the minds here of Divine Minds, is shutting down somebody like Barcode and making sure that he doesn't have these power weapons basically on spawn.
Yeah, the rough thing for them is he doesn't even need a power weapon. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. Oh man, come on, dude. Like, he doesn't even need the power weapon, but like, if you keep it out of the hands of the Chiefs, let's just say the Chiefs, right? You don't want the Chiefs to have the power weapons. Doesn't matter whose hands it's in. That's how you win Halo, right? You need the power weapons, you need the customs, you need the power-ups, even the equipment. You need the equipment. Doesn't matter whose hands it's in. You don't want it in the hands of Chiefs. You want it in the hands of Divine Mind if they're to come in through. And, you know, I'll say reverse sweep because the fact that they have to come through 2 series sort of brings that sort of momentum.
Yeah, exactly. We still are just waiting on one more player to come into the lobby, lads, as we can get ourselves into this grand final. We can really start to hype up this kind of storyline that we've got going here. So Bluey, I want us to start to, you know, kind of magnify a little bit more onto this Livefire Oddball. We've talked about it a lot so far, the fact that the Chiefs have been really, really good at making these rotations. Livefire is not really a map that we've seen all too much from these Oddballs today. We've seen a little bit of it, but do we feel like that, you know, obviously what the Chiefs have shown us on things like Recharge, that they can do that same kind of scenario on Livefire, considering the different kind of placements of the power weapons up here on Livefire?
Yep. that's a short, sweet, and to the point. Yep, right. Absolutely. Like, you have to be so in focus as a team going up against Chiefs because they already have a nail down on pretty much everything when it comes to every map. I highlighted earlier, last week we saw, I think it was a Livefire Oddball game, or it might have been a Strongholds game. Immediately, Barcode just curb slives off the box and manages to grab Sniper within like 2 seconds of the game opening. So you have to be prepared for those kind of plays as the enemy team against someone, you know, like a team like the Chiefs, because not only is Barcode going to go for that play, but he's going to have 3 other players backing him up to make a play like that in order to get that power weapon. So it's these micro considerations that you have to make during the game that are going to happen with a team like Chiefs.
And exactly, that is what the Divine Mind lads have ahead of them. They have the Chiefs to take down in a full bracket reset. Can they get it done? There's a whole lot of questions that we need answering to, lads. So Blue and Oggy, let's jump into this grand final.
Yeah, it's the ANZ Pro Series number 2 grand final. The Chiefs versus Divine Mind. It happens every week, over and over. We've seen it a million times. Can Divine Mind create the upset, send it to a second series, and take down the Chiefs for the 2nd time in the ANZ region?
So smart there from Praties to immediately just go top tower and plink damage onto the members of Divine Mind who prioritize just nade spamming immediately out of garage onto the Sniper, and it doesn't matter anyway because Barcode already has his hands on it. Praties has the ball. They're 2 seconds waiting on the... Oh, Barcode takes that shot, and he hits the second one. How does he do it? Dante's going to contest this OS here, but they know that Barcode has the snipe. So what are they going to do? Barcode has Overwatch, and Pipz just manages to free challenge right there, get a hold of that OS. He's going to challenge Beastn. Beastn goes down immediately. Huge break for them, and the whole time, Praties has had the ball and just been rotating tower.
Yep, sniper in the hands of Barcode. A player pushes out. He misses that shot. We won't say that much about Barcode. He barely misses. Another player in front of him. He'll get the shot. He jumps straight out. He's going to challenge BZIIRK as well, make him weak, and back down for his teammate to clean it up. BZIIRK is in a terrible position, but the player from the Chiefs is above him is not able to clean him up. Barcode will come back out. Someone has kept him weak. Pipz will take down the other, and they have control of tower. They've already got 40 seconds on the ball.
Wow, like what a clean sweep just immediately from the break. Like again, pointing at that ball time, that whole time they haven't wasted it. They've had Praties holding that ball for the whole 52 seconds. No other player has had their hands at the ball. It's going to take Divine Mind to make a really strong four-man push here, and it looks like that's what they're doing. They do take down Barcode, which means he no longer has that snipe. They do take down Praties as well, so they should have objective control here. They just need to get in a better position on the map to be able to make a convincing 54-second hold, and we might see that setup coming in here from Divine Mind on Snipe Tower Hoggy.
Yep, Overshield's about to come up as well. So if they can get that, Chiefs still have 2 down. So Divine Mind, they get Chiefs to play the ball, they break the setup, they get the Oddball for themselves, and the Overshield is up in 2 seconds. Beastn's trying to be real sneaky. He's got BZIIRK with him. 2 players go down. Pipz takes him down. The players of Chiefs have jumped straight in for the Overshield. Pipz grabs it, and he's going to pop it straight into his chest. BZIIRK is going to go down as well. Dannte is the last man up, and Barcode has the ball already. So Divine Mind could not get control of the Overshield, even though they felt like they had good positioning.
So much support coming in from Chiefs. They had 2 players head to OS. One of them went down, but immediately Madsy was just through cuts, immediately assisting whoever they needed to get the OS, and that's the kind of teamwork that takes, especially in a grand final series. You want no slip-ups. You want to make sure your comms are clean, your teamwork is as crispy clean as possible, and that's exactly what we just saw. That was such a fantastic play. It warms my heart to see players playing in that manner.
Yeah, Divine Mind break the setup of the Chiefs. Beastn will take down a kill. They'll trade each other out, but he will go down as he tries to retreat with the Oddball. BZIIRK in a big fight. He'll get taken down. The ball will get played. Slayz is the last man. Dannte spawned up across the other side of the map. He'll get killed by Pipz. So as soon as Divine Minds break the Chiefs setup, the Chiefs break the Divine Mind setup. The ball's moving straight back to the tower, and Barcode's got the snipe again.
Barcode with the sniper once again. Immediately dials in Dannte. Dannte is now stuck on cuts, 1 shot. Gets that nice body shot there. Enables his team to finish that up. And currently Divine Mind is down 2. Does unfortunately miss that shot. He's going to have to retreat a little bit here. And Barcode does find himself in a precarious situation. Rather than give them any chance of that sniper, he's just going to throw it off the map. Good play from Barcode. He knows how important those tools are on live fire. And we're probably going to see the rest of the follow-up come up from the team here. But it looks like Divine Mind might have this one a little bit in their back pocket, Hoggy.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. Slayz was the last man alive. He's going to try to push in with his teammates at the moment. They do take down one. BZIIRK will get a kill. He'll jump up. He's got a player above him. Call it out for his teammates. He's going to go straight back up again. He doesn't care, but he does get hit with a nade, and Madsy takes him down. Risky play to go straight back up. Praties will get another. And Divine Mind can't get the setup. They can't break it. It's 80 points now for the Chiefs. They've rotated the ball all the way around to green, and they're still racking up time. There's only 10 seconds left. Praties will pick up a mauler. He sees 2 coming through A. All he has to do is stop them pushing here, and it looks like they will take the first round of Oddball. Divine Minds put up a fight, but the Chiefs, they're just too strong. They'll take the first round.
Not only did they take that first round, they took it so convincingly. Praties with 54 seconds of the ball time, and that was pretty much off the break. That entire early minute of the match, Praties had the ball and was just rotating it, making sure that his team had the overlook on him. Absolutely insane, just teamwork coming out from the Chiefs, and exactly what we expected to see here, Hoggy. Double kill from Barcode already, and he's loving the body shots, mate.
Yeah, Barcode straight in, and he'll pick up the ball here most likely and start moving it. He's got a player from his team at tower, so he's going to move it straight there. Overshield will be coming up soon. He does get taken down by Slayz. Slayz will move in. He's got the ball in front of him. He's just calling out to his teammates to come help him. Overshield's about to be up. Madsy's bottom middle. They will get the Overshield. It should be uncontested. They'll take 2 down of Chiefs. And the Overshield is in the hands of Beastn. Pipz is back tower. Beastn is going to try to get down there and help out his teammate. He does. BZIIRK takes him down, and they have ball control. So can they get a bit of a run going now, Bluey?
Yeah, they need a good chunk of time here to sort of make Chiefs feel a little bit more pressure, because Chiefs are going to have to focus on not just slaying, but breaking setups, because setups, especially on live fire, especially when they have the ball sort of tower side or low tower, it's going to be really hard for them to be able to do anything. And of course, when you see Slayz pick up a triple kill like that, that's not what Chiefs want to be doing, just sort of running into, taking face and running into his bullets. But, from this point on, Divine Mind need to hold this bottom tower position, get good ball time, or just deny for as long as possible.
Yeah, Dante's got the snipe. He'll get challenged by Pipz, who doesn't care if he's got it. He makes him stop using the sniper and whip out the BR. He'll get himself a double kill. Beastn's trying to push bottom middle. BZIIRK's jumping down for the reset. Praties is the last man up for the Chiefs, and the ball will move back in the hands of Divine Mind. So it's been scrappy for a little bit. No one's really had it, and Divine Mind's finally get it in their hands.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Divine Mind is really going for big chunks of time, though. They're just trying to get a couple of seconds here and there to sort of bloat out that score as much as possible, which is a bit of a dangerous game to play, because as soon as Chiefs manage to get in your face and take over your position, make sure that the ball is still there, you know, that's exactly what they're going to have. Like, they have your setup now. You've just enabled giving Barcode a triple kill and still holding your setup, so they can actually get a huge chunk of time here, pretty much uncontested, because the Chiefs are just going to have good rotational setups and just constantly be on Divine Mind's backside here.
Look at the flank, though. Madsy and Praties have gone in for the flank. Pipz will go down. Barcode's going to play it. They're 4 dead now, and Slayz has the chance to grab the ball, get it up to tower. Can they get their own setup going? The game is tied. They've only just taken the lead. Pipz is in front of him. Dannte gets a double, and he's throwing the ball out underneath down at pillars, and it's a tough spot for his team. They're going to have to push out and try to get some control, but he is going to run it through the back of tower, but he does drop it again. He's fumbled it again. He won't be able to get out with it. He's got to take on Barcode, and Praties comes along to help him. Dante's going to come in for the ball and see if he can get Praties, but he won't be able to.
No.
The team shots are coming out from the Chiefs. Madsy's the last man up, and he'll find another kill. So back and forth, the ball's still down at pillars, and no one's really got too much time going in the last 30 seconds.
Pretty incredible that whole time, you know, the Chiefs managed to milk out as much ball time as possible during all those firefights, and they actually managed to lead up their score a little bit more on what Divine Mind has. So it just takes into account that how good Chiefs are of taking advantage of these situations, no matter what they are, and still taking, you know, like taking as much objective time as they possibly can.
Barcode has the sniper, but he's playing objective. He's getting the ball for his team. He's probably asking, where am I taking this? Where am I taking this? He's just missed the headshot. No scope on BZIIRK. He'll clean him up. He'll find a second kill. He does get Mangle beat down, though. Slayz and the side of Divine Minds have the ball moving into Garage, and they will hold it here at screens. They'll drop the ball and try to slay out, though.
They're going to have to take a little bit harder of a situation here. Madsy coming in with the quick double, but unfortunately it means that Divine Mind are forced to take that ball more warehouse side, which means they've got no room to play the ball whatsoever. You know, if they die and give a setup, that's just what they have to accept. And that's exactly what's happened, because Pipz is going to be able to come in now, but unfortunately does get taken down. Nice body shot beatdown coming out from BZIIRK. Makes a little Superman play there with the repulsor, but it you know, score's all tied up right now. You just got to eke a little bit of seconds out where you can, and that seems what both teams are doing.
Barcode knows he's going to die, so he just starts meleeing and teabagging the body. Divine Mind did manage to get the overshield, and that's the reason why they have this setup. The players of the Chiefs are running top middle. Pipz will go down from his teammate. Madsy gets another. It's traded back and forth. Barcode's the last up. Divine Mind have a bit of a setup. He'll find him. Dannte will go down. Barcode is on a tear. He's coming straight into A. He's going for Beastn. He's got a player right next to him. He will push up, try to get shots down. He's got Praties pushing in with him. He will take down another. There's another player right next to him, and they don't know where he's gone. He's gone back towards A. One player dead for each team. Barcode and his teammate trying to push in. BZIIRK is at the back. He'll take on BZIIRK, and he will take him down. Barcode's shots are just on point all the time, Bluey.
Yeah, the Chiefs now need to take the kind of push that they've had. They seem to be throwing Divine Mind for a bit of a loop here. They're playing very chaotically, but they need to turn this into a setup. They need to do something here to be able to grant themselves a good chunk of time, and unfortunately, Divine Mind have just decided to rotate this ball over to tower. So it means if Chiefs do manage to get in, try to get a setup, you know, Divine Mind are just going to play that ball, and we're back to square one. We're back to fighting over the ball at bottom mid. So Chiefs really need to make sure that they slay out Divine Mind here in order to have like a strong setup.
Yeah, it almost feels like Chiefs are just playing a Slayer game at this point and not even really going for the ball. We saw it multiple times. They're just slaying back and forth, and I don't know if that's Divine Minds forcing them into that, or if the Chiefs just can't get on top of Divine Minds enough. And if BZIIRK's trying to get a kill, he will get one. His teammate Slayz is bottom middle. He'll clean up, he'll grab the overshield. He won't get away though. Praties and Madsy are going to push in and try grab it for themselves. Praties is one shot. The overshield is still down. Beastn is trying to slay him out. He'll throw some nades. He will get taken down by Beastn's first nade. Madsy will get taken down as well. Another player is here, Slayz. That's Barcode. Barcode gets himself a double and he grabs the overshield. He'll push straight through to Dannte. The last player of Divine Minds is bottom middle as well, and that's BZIIRK. Divine Minds throws the ball off and the ball will reset.
Only 20 seconds left on the clock. You know, Barcode is putting out huge numbers here, going 22 and 11. He's leading in the ball score as well. So the Chiefs really need to take full advantage of that and start to make a setup here. But it seems like every time we swap to someone on the Chiefs, it's unusual. They're just going down one at a time. Divine Mind seem to have the best of them right now in terms of just holding that objective, making good rotations. And we do go up with a 1-1 round, so it's going to be interesting to see how both teams go to break this tie. Someone's got to come out on top, Hoggy, but I have no idea who's going to take it.
Yeah, I was saying it felt like a Slayer game, and it turned into a Slayer game, right? There wasn't much ball grabbing, and the timer runs out. Divine Mind managed to get themselves around. They've got a good chance here in round number 3 to bring it back, but it felt like that. I just, like I said before, I couldn't tell if it was Divine Mind sort of bringing it into that type of game, or if the Chiefs just were sort of trolling a little bit. I don't know. It didn't feel like they were grabbing the ball enough. What a shot by Barcode. But Barcode will jump down, grab the ball, bring it back to tower. Maybe they can get a setup going. He does have the snipe again. Can he get a headshot? He jumps up. No, he can't. He does hit the body, though, and he's going to fly straight in. Slayz is there as well. He'll take him down with a perfect 4-shot. BZIIRK will clean him out. BZIIRK's going to go straight in for the overshield, and they should be able to grab it. The ball will get played. So the overshield is in the hands of Divine Mind, and Beastn has played the ball, so it will be down bottom middle.
You would have thought that would have been the setup for Chiefs for pretty much, you know, the rest of the game.
Almost was a chance there, yeah.
They had the spawns at tower, but they decided to turn around and contest OS, and ultimately that was their undoing. I feel like it would have been more beneficial for them to just sort of let Divine Mind come to them, but instead they took the fight. They challenged. You know, Barcode had a really good body shot there with whoever was challenging the OS, but unfortunately it just didn't amount in the kills or the pressure, the time that they needed. And unfortunately now Divine Mind has completely flipped the script, and they in fact have control of tower, which is, again, watching those spawns come out from Chiefs, I expected they would be in this position right now.
Yeah, Divine Mind are bringing it back. They really want to win this first game and this series and the whole tournament if they can get there. Beastn is going to have to play the ball. He's going to milk some time, though. This is smart, considering the last round went down to the time. Every second should count in this round, because if Divine Mind want to kind of play that sort of style again, where they're sort of just slaying out and just stopping the Chiefs from grabbing the ball, then every second is going to count here. So every time they milk it, it's gonna be important for them. The overshield's about to spawn, but the side of Chiefs are all over it, and they're ready to grab it. Beastn's trying to come in. He won't be able to. Slayz takes down one. He gets Barcode as well, and Praties has got the overshield, I think, in his hand, and he does.
Again, like I thought that would have been the setup. They had so many kills, so much good defense coming out on the ball. You saw Barcode just being able to shoot away those grenades with the repulsor so he didn't go down, and they managed to make a good rotation through OS and then into Courtyard. But immediately, you know, Divine Mind gets the spawn and just gets the better of them on the kills, which is not generally what you expect to see. But now we're just seeing this time, you know, eke out more and more. You know, it may only be 19 to 17 currently on the board, but we've seen how good Divine Mind are just picking up those seconds here and there where they count, and that's exactly right, Hoggy. You just mentioned it before. That's exactly what the last round came down to.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes left on the clock. They're just racking up time. They're just racking up time the best they can. 3 of them are all standing next to each other. They've got a player coming around. They all just jump out and take him down. Barcode is trying to push through dummies. He's going to have to go bottom middle. And Dante's going to challenge him. No, Dante's gone straight in. He won't be able to get him. He does, though. He gets the melee. He tries to get what it looked like a body smacker before he died, but he doesn't get there. 2 players of Divine Mind will take down another of Chiefs, but Madsy's running the ball away. This is good milk time for them. It's exactly what they need, because if it goes down to the slaying, then they just need all the time they can get. But they finally have the ball into house, and can they hold a setup? 2 players from the side of Divine Mind are trying to come through top middle. Beastn does have the sniper, but Pipz is on the back smack. He's ready. Barcode knows another player is coming in. He will drop down with his teammate to help him out. Barcode shoots the body afterwards just to make sure he knows the last player of Divine Mind's right in front of him. He'll drop down for him as well. Slayz did manage to get a double kill before he died, so Divine Mind, they're still trying to hold out, do the best they can, stop them from getting any seconds they can. Barcodes have to drop the ball again. It will be put down in the side for the side of Divine Minds, and Divine Mind, they're just slaying it out over and over, just stopping the Chiefs from getting a good setup.
I liked what we just saw briefly from the Chiefs there. You know, they saw that Madsy had spawned in the warehouse side, in that A side, so they just opted for, okay, you know, it's not ideal, but we're going to take this ball there. And they did manage to get a good little chunk of time to catch up, but again, we're seeing Divine Mind just milk time, and it's not what the Chiefs want to be allowing Divine Mind to do. At this point, we're seeing really solid slaying coming out from the side of the Chiefs, but they just don't have that objective and that map control needed to go onto both sides, but they are getting good team shots now. This could be the flip, this could be the rotation, and this is what they need to keep going.
Yeah, we could just call this Slayer on live fire. No one's got a setup going in the previous 2 rounds. It's been very, very scrappy as Chiefs are trying to get themselves back into the lead.
Oh.
Barcode will go bottom middle. That's Praties, sorry. He'll go bottom middle and get traded out. BZIIRK has the heat wave in hand. He's trying to be sneaky. He gets caught out though. Barcode will take him down. Barcode just puts the melee into his body. Every time he's getting a kill or the side of Chiefs is getting a kill, there's a melee or a shot to the body happening.
Yeah, this could be the good setup here. It seems like they have
finally some points.
A good rotation down on lock. They have gotten ahead, but what they need to do now is just stop Chiefs from being able to take any momentum. We do see Dannte top mid. He does have the heat wave, makes Madsy one shot. He's probably going to get the kill here. He does.
Triple kill.
From the grave, good stuff coming out from Dannte there. Even though he had to sack his life, he stops the score from bleeding out. So now, what spawns are we going to see? We see Praties pillars, and he's already peeking sandbags. He's going to take on Beastn. He does not trade the kill, but they do manage to get it. Unfortunately, Chiefs go down 2, make that 3. We have Divine Mind up 3 on the board, which means that they can now set up in warehouse side, milk some of that time out.
Madsy's got the ball though, he's throwing it away. He's going to have to turn and get his teammates to help him out. Praties will come in, get a double kill from Madsy. Madsy being the distraction. Dannte is coming off respawn. He's at tower, there's only 30 seconds remaining. If they get the overshield, this might be over.
Yep, exactly. What are we going to see here? We do see Dannte go down. That is very unfortunate. They have this tower side unlocked. Barcode's going to be able to take the kill here. I think it's going to be too late for Divine Mind unless they can make some kind of ridiculous play right now. Good body shots coming out from Barcode. Stops Dannte being able to push forward. Misses that one, hits the body shot. Huge double kill coming out from him, but now the communication is going to come out. Madsy does have to make a rotation. 1 second left, and they do get it. And they do know. We do see a teabag come out from Pipz. They knew good rotations coming out from Madsy just in the end there. It was all about eking out those last seconds. Really, really good stuff. I can tell the comms would have been on point for that one, Hoggy.
Yeah, finally they get a setup going, and what do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
They end the game.
Take the game.
Maybe it was Divine Mind sort of pushing it into that sort of play style of like slaying by going in over and over and sort of just moving the ball around a little bit. You know, especially if you can put the ball into a good spot, it makes it hard for a team to get a setup. We finally see a team get a setup,
Barcode.
and they push out the win. Barcode, 46 kills, 15 assists. What more does he need to do, I guess, you know, as usual. He's just doing everything in the damage and slaying column. So Barcode, just the usual Barcode.
Yeah, but I mean, like, jeez, 11k damage. But that being said, 10k damage coming out from BZIIRK.
Yeah, BZIIRK.
It was just really tough, though, especially in that second round. It just didn't seem like they were turning that kill pressure into rotations or good setups. It seems like they were just trying to favor too much of setting up on tower side. It was only until we saw at that last sort of bit of the game where they did just turn it into, okay, we need to accept that we need a warehouse setup. And as soon as they did that, things start to fall more into their favor. And I just wish they would have committed to that earlier, honestly, Hoggy.
Yeah, well, the setup in the first round, for example, was perfect, right? They got the setup a couple of times and they managed to sort of close out the first round pretty quickly. But the second round just turned into a bit of a Slayer match, and both teams just slaying each other out. Maybe Divine Minds individually were sort of just matching the side of Chiefs, if that makes sense, sort of like matching them in the second round. And then even in the third round they were as well. But as soon as they sort of slipped up on the ability to sort of challenge Chiefs over and over and stop them from being able to get a setup, it just sort of ended the game. Even though they broke it one time, the Chiefs came back in and just dominated it again and just held the setup.
I feel as though Divine Mind were better being able to adapt like off spawn break and make immediate calls as to where, you know, the members of Chiefs were, because we saw so many times that Divine Mind would sort of spawn either Rat's Nest or Tower side, the position that the Chiefs wanted to take, but immediately Divine Mind would be able to shut that down, make the call that, okay, this is where they want to rotate. We have the advantage in the spawns, shut them down as quickly as possible, and that's what they did time and time again, especially on that second round. That's why I say I wish they just would have preferred that warehouse hold a little bit more, because I think, I mean, obviously it worked in their favor in the third round because they took it pretty convincingly, but I think they could have taken that more so in the second round if they just sort of adapted to that and made that decision earlier. But, I mean, good stuff from them overall. They still take game 1.
Yeah, and I would say Divine Minds put up a really good fight, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
We went to round number 3, and I felt like they were very much more in that game. And going into a Slayer, where you could say that first game was pretty Slayer even. The only problem is they've got Barcode, so there's a little bit of a, there's like everyone's even, and then there's one player that's unfortunately just a freak. But
3k damage ahead of everyone else. So
yeah, the fact that the side of Divine Minds was able to put up the slaying power in game number 1 should give them confidence going into game number 2 on Aquarius Slayer. They just need to make sure they get that camo, because they can't be giving the camo away.
No.
And if they get the camo, even in the previous games, they've shown on Aquarius that they are able to get the camo, and they just need to be able to do it and make sure that they keep it in their hands. You know that the Chiefs are going to be going for the heat wave, though.
Yeah.
Madsy was talking about it earlier, how it's just so important to have that weapon as well as the camo on this map. So they're going to have to keep it out of the side of Chiefs, but they put up a good performance in game number 1, and then the Slayz proved that they could do it in game number 2.
I'm pretty convinced that going into this next match, it should be fairly even, should be fairly close. But as you're mentioning, they do need to pay as much attention to the spawns of the camo, and especially that heat wave, because I feel as though that Chiefs are one of those teams who are just able to take a tool like the heat wave, which isn't necessarily a power weapon, so to speak, but it is so strong, especially on a more CQC focused map like Aquarius. Divine Mind need to make sure that they are paying attention to that heat wave as much as Chiefs are. So if they can dial that in, get control of it more so than what Chiefs are, they have players on the side of Divine Mind who are just as good as being able to use a tool as the heat wave. So they just need to get it at the most opportune times and give it to the right players at those times.
Yeah, and we're going into Aquarius, which we did see the Chiefs, I think, play against Immunity early on in CTF.
Yep.
And we saw off the rip that they sent one player through pink, they sent 2 down bottom pink, they sent 1 player to grab the thruster and jump up top pink, and they flanked Immunity immediately, and they got straight into their base on the P side. Slayer's obviously different, because you don't necessarily need to go into the enemy base, but you know that the Chiefs are going to be playing aggressive because they are just confident. You know what I mean? Like, they're confident. So they're going to be playing aggressive. So we'll have to see if they sort of bring that into this game right off the bat.
Yep, will be very interesting to see what players prioritize what, especially on an Aquarius map. I feel like Chiefs have selected their roles for weapons and power-ups, and especially the thruster. It feels like that always falls into Barcode's hands. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens off the break. I don't imagine too many players are going to take a crossfire, top-mid exchange. And I would imagine they're going to prioritize getting a hold of, these power weapons and this equipment as much as possible. Pipz goes down immediately. Praties answers with a kill. We're already all tied up, and it seems like both teams sort of answered each other pretty evenly off the break, Hoggy.
Yeah, pretty even off the break, and we're into game number 2 of the grand finals. The Chiefs have taken the first game, but Dannte's got the camo in his hands. Barcode in front of him. He doesn't manage to take him down. He does turn for Pipz. Pipz was weak already, so he'll get that kill. And he's going to call out for his teammates.
No.
Barcode jumps straight back up, and Dannte manages to take him down. Imagine if Barcode was able to get that, but the camo still in the hands of Dannte, so they could use this to their advantage, and they have taken a 4-kill lead.
Yeah, you see all 4 players of the Divine Mind actually make a break through P side there, instead of opting to sort of split their player's car. It did work out pretty well for them. They did manage to make a lead, but Barcode, you do see there just pick up 2 more kills and sort of eke things out a little bit more. So, man, Aquarius on Slayer is a lot more different than what we're used to seeing, because we're used to seeing this map on CTF, right? But, it just comes down to, especially on this, what weapons are going to fall into what players' hands, the comms in particular. It's tough to call this game so far. We do see Chiefs sort of managing to make up for those kills that they lost in the very early game.
Yeah, Divine Mind only ahead by 1 now. The heat wave's in the hands of Barcode. He's up to top pink. His teammates are on the opposite side of the map. They've traded out a kill. The team shot comes straight in. BZIIRK will go down. It's a killing spree for Barcode as he tries to push in to the opposite side of the map. His teammates have gone down on the other side. Camo is up in 14 seconds. 2 players from Divine Minds are right above him though. He does a little curb slide as he goes across the whole map. He's already into the opposite utility, and he's on the flank of Beastn. He's on the flank of another player as well, and Madsy will help him take it down. Camo is about to spawn in 2 seconds, and Barcode is still alive. He's just running a menace, but Dannte will get a double kill for Divine Minds. Barcode drops the heat waves and picks it back up. Doesn't manage to get away, but Barcode's already on 7 kills.
Yeah, huge players coming up from the side of Barcode, but you know, for his team, they sort of need to answer back to what Barcode is putting down. You know, Pipz, unfortunately, a bit of a goose egg right now. He is going 0-5. He does have 3 assists, which I would say probably hand in the favor of Barcode, but we need to see more of a lead come in from Chiefs, especially if they want to take this series more convincingly. You know, it seems like Divine Mind are playing quite slow, not as aggressive as what we are used to seeing them, and that could, you know, work in their favor, especially if they manage to control more of the pace of the map, give less of the map to Chiefs, and sort of keep Chief on their toes. Jeez, that Dynamo nade coming out absolutely lethal.
Yeah, the second camo goes to the side of Chiefs, but it doesn't work out too well for Praties as he'll go down. Barcode's got 2 players in front of him. BZIIRK and Beastn are pushed out at the exact same time. Good teamwork from them, but Barcode comes straight back in and he manages to take down a kill. Oh, he almost gets the double, but he doesn't. Beastn was stuck reloading in the doorway as Barcode pushed straight back in. Slayz and BZIIRK working together. And off the bat, we've seen Dannte, 8 kills, 6 kills for Slayz. They've started out strong. We've seen multiple times where Dante's had a double kill. Slayz has had a few double kills in the kill feed. And it's only 1 kill, and they are in the lead now.
Dannte pretty much picking up that heat wave as soon as it comes up, so they are making sure that they pay attention to this weapon, which has the ability to turn the tide very quickly. Does pick up another kill on Praties there, and that means that Divine Mind have hit that 25, 26 kill mark here. We're probably going to see the game sort of pan out a little bit more evenly. Chiefs need to give themselves an answer to what Divine Mind is putting down right now, and unfortunately, almost didn't have it there in the hands of Dannte. That would have been very embarrassing, but they can't slip up at this point. They do have a very convincing league, and we are seeing that blowed out a little bit more with Slayz picking up a kill there, and Camo does go into the hands of Dannte with the heat wave, Hoggy.
Yeah, heat wave, Camo in hand, 6 kills the lead. It was 4 dead momentarily for the Chiefs about 10 seconds ago. So Divine Mind, they are working perfectly on this map. Dante's going to go straight down for Praties, and he does find him. Killing spree for him. He turns around for the double. He does get it. He'll get taken down, though, by his teammate. His teammate comes in. Madsy's there as well. Madsy will go down, so Slayz is doing brilliantly this game. BZIIRK will take down Barcode. Every time we're swapping over to the Chiefs, they're going down at the moment. Divine Mind's teamwork is on point, and they're up by 9 kills, 8 kills now.
Dannte and Slayz both putting out big plays for their team, and you know, we're not really seeing any member of Divine Mind really caught lacking right now. You know, they're both putting up good numbers, good amounts of assists. You can definitely tell that they're sort of all on point. They're all synergizing really well with each other right now, making sure the calls go out. But as I do say that, Divine Mind do go down too. Both Pipz and Madsy picking up a kill. Dannte is deadly with that heat wave though. He does pick up a kill for himself, and we do see Beastn pick up a double. So they are bloating out that little bit lead. They are 6 kills ahead right now. It's going to be difficult to see if they can hold this or make it any bigger, because we're probably going to see the Chiefs start to approach this map a little bit differently and probably play a little bit less aggressively than what they have been, because it has not been working in their favor.
Yeah, they're up by 5 kills, the Divine Mind squad, but we saw last week they were up by over 10 kills, and the Chiefs managed to bring it back. But Slayz says that is not going to happen. They push in. Praties is the last man alive. He's down towards bottom pink. Slayz has gone straight up to top pink. They're up by 8 kills, and I think Divine Mind should be able to take this game as they push in on the spawners. Praties is weak. Slayz is going to have to back down. His teammates are there to help him out. Madsy is down for the side of Chiefs. Slayz and his teammate are working together. They'll go straight into the fridge and they'll get a kill. Barcode is behind them and he's one shot. Barcode's still alive. No, he does go down. Madsy goes down as well. There's only 4 kills left. It's a 10-kill lead for Divine Minds. 18 kills for Dannte. Slayz is putting up the numbers as well with 13. Dannte takes on Pipz. Pipz is on fire. I mean, Dante's on fire this game, and he'll take him down. 3 kills left. 2 players from Chiefs trying to push in. Dannte staying alive as best he can. There's only 3 kills left in the game. Beastn goes down, bottom car, 10 kills the difference. Is this where the Chiefs bring it back? No, Dannte comes in, gets a killing spree, doesn't manage to take down a second. BZIIRK gets another. There's only 1 kill left. BZIIRK gets it. They'll take game number 2. And what a game from Divine Minds. 50 to 39. They had the camo controls, and the Chiefs just could not hang that game.
That is not what I expected to see. Dannte dropping a 20 bomb there on the scoreboard. Like, what was going on there for the Chiefs? Usually, I feel as though we alluded to this sort of in our pre-game sort of discussion, but the Chiefs are really good at holding down Aquarius as a map, but that game, it just wasn't in their favor, man. Like, they almost got staked. That's how bad it was, and that's not something that we used to see coming out from the Chiefs. You know, they only managed to pick up those kills and sort of irk back just near the very end, but for so long we were seeing that bloat come out more and more, and we're seeing neg numbers come out from everyone but Barcode on the side of the Chiefs, and that's not what you want to see if you're in the Chiefs' position right now.
Yeah, the damage from Dannte, 4,800. Putting in work for his team. He gets a 20 bomb in the grand final to secure the win by 11 kills. That's not a small margin. That is a big margin. 11 kills, big margin for Divine Mind. Every time it felt like we were on board with Divine Mind, they had a teammate next to each other. It felt like we were watching the Chiefs at times, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen the Chiefs, you know, in previous series, every time they're sort of shooting at another player, there's another teammate next to them shooting them as well, or they back down and they clean it up, and that's exactly what we've seen from Divine Minds this game.
Yeah, it honestly felt a bit disjointed from the Chiefs. Again, like I said it before, not what we're typically used to seeing from a team of their caliber, but it was really good to see how Divine Mind sort of got that win and handed it to the Chiefs throughout the entirety of the game. They were super consistent all throughout, both Dannte and Slayz being, you know, both respectively like huge team slayers, supporting and backing up each other really where it mattered. So, yeah, wow, really, really tough. You know, I would never expected to see Divine Mind take a Slayer game that convincingly from Chiefs.
Yeah, you know the Halo 2 god Dannte, he is hyped up. He would be hyped up after that game with 20 kills. You know that they're coming back and they want to win this series. The Chiefs are going to have to bounce back because that's a tough loss to take in a series that they were probably thinking, oh yeah, whatever, we're just playing Divine Minds again. Divine Minds have come in hot. I think that Immunity series helped them a lot.
Oh, yeah,
really
absolutely.
helped them a lot, for sure.
Yeah, it probably gave them, you know, more of an area to be grounded on. They probably got to sort of read themselves better on a few of those maps coming into a Chiefs game. And I would say just overall it gave them, yeah, a good thing to bounce off of. To be like, okay, yeah, we can absolutely do this. We can go against someone like Chiefs once again. You know, we don't need to be put in the same position as we were last week. So it's just going to depend going into this next game here if they manage to hold things as well on a Strongholds Streets game. You know, again, I feel like this is something we typically see Chiefs be more dominant on than anything else, but I said that about that Aquarius Slay game that just passed, and look what happened.
Yeah, Divine Minds tie up the series. We're going into game number 3. It's 1-1 between Chiefs and Divine Mind. Can Divine Mind upset the Chiefs? I'm going to say upset because they haven't been able to win a tournament yet. They need to win this series, win the next series, get themselves the tournament win that they haven't been able to do so far. Barcode's grabbed the rockets off the bat and he's already got a double kill.
Yeah, 2 straight off the bat. That's fantastic. I feel like a lot tonight we've seen players grab rocks. Haven't really been able to make, you know, a 1 rocket equal 1 kill. But of course, if it's any player that's going to be able to do it, it's Barcode. And that's huge for them because that pretty much just gave them free leeway to take B and hopefully push back Divine Mind here and keep them in that PD side of the map. But we do see Madsy goes down. You know, Barcode's big support in that situation. But Barcode does pick up another kill there. And it's going to take him to sort of be able to do a little dance, get onto C point and stop this C capture right here. Because otherwise, that's going to be a trip cap for the side of Divine Mind. He does stop it.
Yeah, killing spree for Barcode. That's a big kill on C. There's another player at C. He's got 2 of them there, actually, though. He backs down with the thruster and he manages to stay alive. His teammates are going to push over to A. He's got to call out for his team to come over because surely there's a player going to be pushing up next to him. If not, they're going to come up B stairs right behind him and he won't even know it. There is a player there. No, there isn't. There isn't. A player's jumped down. There is one there. He's getting challenged by Dannte. Dante's trying to come in a perfect spike nade. Dannte will take him down. 2 down for the side of Chiefs. It's 3 down. Dante's picking up exactly where he left off in the previous game. He's going to go for the trip cap.
Yeah, Dannte with a super convincing play there. You know, it feels like he had the read. He knew Barcode was going to take that challenge. Immediately read where he was going to put his position was going to be. Cleaned him up as quickly as possible with that shots and immediately moved on to ties because the calls must have been coming out from his teammates for him to move ties. We do see Praties pick up a couple of quick kills there with some beatdowns, but you know, unfortunately, Chiefs just aren't really on top of it right now. They've been trip capped for so long. Slayz takes out Pipz with a very convincing 3-shot with that Stalker rifle, and we're gonna see him unfortunately go down and the side of the Chiefs being able to take, you know, B and A, so hopefully they can bleed a little bit of their score in at the moment, Hoggy.
Beastn gets caught out trying to grab the rockets. He throws a pucket rocket out. It doesn't hit anything, so the rockets will be down. I'm not sure if anyone will be able to grab it. The kills get traded out. It's 3 down for Chiefs. 4 down, not quite. That's Barcode getting a kill for himself in C. The C point and the A point will be traded, and Divine Minds are going to get themselves B, so they're going to keep ticking in their favor. They are up by 40 points already, so Divine Minds picking up exactly where they left off. Dannte started out hot again. BZIIRK's got 8 kills. Barcode goes in, tries to get Slayz. Can he get a second? No, he can't. Slayz with the kill, and that's the sort of kills that Divine Mind need, right? In previous series, we would see Barcode get a double there. But if Divine Mind can stop that from happening, then they've got a really good chance to win this series.
That being said, you know, Madsy did have the quick support play right there. As soon as Barcode went down, Madsy was there to clean up the kill. And because of that, it resulted in Chiefs being able to take B. They held A down for as long as possible and were just waiting for a window to open for them to take B. Madsy with the cross map takes down that member Dannte there up on Crow's Nest, immediately denies him from any overlook. We're going to see another kill come out from Madsy right now. Some good kills coming out on the side of him. He's just going to need to stay alive, milk his life for as long as possible, as unfortunately he does go down to Slayz, who takes him out with a grenade. And if Slayz can get this kill on Pipz right here, we're probably going to see BB taken, but Pipz does answer him back and tells him, you're not taking this point, buddy. Sorry.
Pipz is milking. He's milking. He's coming back from BZIIRK. Can he get him? No. Beastn comes in to help him, but he was milking as usual. 2 of them will go down. 2 players from Chiefs go down as well. Slayz and Dannte have got to work together, though. They've got Madsy in front of him. Madsy will take down one. Dannte will challenge him. He almost gets out BR'd from one shot that Madsy was. Dannte has a teammate next to him, I think, that spawned in. Yep, that is his teammate spawning in. They're going to go in for B, and they're also grabbing C, a player. That's Pipz trying to come in. He won't be able to stop the B capture point, so they'll have C and B in their hands. The Chiefs are all over A.
Time looks to be ticking up once again. Praties and Madsy picks up kills. That's Divine Mind, 2 down. And good, smart play from the Chiefs here, just looking to rotate C. Madsy with the rocket kill. Picks up 2, huge double for him. Gives him a lot of leeway. Picks up the triple. Can he get the over? Slayz is right there. He's got no support. He is unfortunately one shot, so he will back down and they will opt for the objective play instead. They are up a trip cap right now. They're going to see the rotation come out. The call is made immediately. They did spawn Cafe. They have BZIIRK locked down in PD. Madsy does pick up another kill. That's a killing spree for him, and if he can clear A, which it looks like he's going to, they are going to have the trip cap up. Unfortunately, B has been ticked over just that little bit, so we're going to see another rotation come out from the sides of Chiefs. There's going to be a fight here, Hoggy.
Yeah, Barcode's running in. He'll clean it up. 3 players from the Chiefs pushing straight to B. They still, Divine Minds still haven't even capped another point. They're still on a trip cap. They are stopping the points momentarily by standing in C. Madsy's whiffing every shot, so he backs down to help Praties. Praties doesn't need it, though. He'll take down Beastn. Madsy staying alive. Praties gets another kill. Praties doing work right now, and he gets almost a triple as Madsy cleans up the other kill. All dead for Divine Minds. They managed to take C back, but it won't be for very long. They're going to jump straight into A. The trip cap might be on play here again for the Chiefs.
They're hitting C, which means that if they're tramp side, they immediately know that players of Divine Mind are going to be spawning Cafe and PD, and that was the rotation that we saw immediately come out. They took down BZIIRK as soon as he spawned. Barcode comes in, cleans up Dannte. They can see the call. They have their member over on ties. He does get taken down immediately, so they do have a bit of a trip cap situation going on here. Unfortunately, they do have the members of Divine Mind spawn C side. They do trip cap once again, so we're going to see more of a bleed IRK out, especially when Barcode picks up those kills quickly and denies any player of Divine Mind touching that B point, but we do see C side tick once again. They have these spawns down on lock, Hoggy. You know, it's going to be really tough for Divine Mind to be able to make up an answer whatsoever.
Yeah, this trip cap has been going for what feels like a minute now as the game's almost over. The points are still ticking over. 2 points a second. It's 2 down for Divine Mind. Slayz gets in to stop it, but it won't matter. The Chiefs will take game number 3, and they'll jump 2-1 up in the series. The game was close at the start, but the Chiefs just dominated in the end. They pick up a trip cap, and they don't lose it till the end of the game.
They picked up that trip cap, and immediately from that, they were just able to watch the spawns like hawks, immediately know where they were. We saw BZIIRK spawn Cafe sort of A side, and as soon as he spawned, he was done. Like, he was dead. He went down. He couldn't contest A whatsoever. Barcode just had him on lock. The spawn control over there is exactly what we expect to see from Chiefs. And, you know, as to be said, during that game, Divine Mind had no answer to it. They couldn't bounce back.
Yeah, Divine Mind, I thought going into that game that they would be able to bring it to the Chiefs, and they did bring it to the Chiefs, right? It was 80 points all. It was 80 points all at one point, and now it's ended 250 to 80, unfortunately for Divine Mind. But the Chiefs bouncing back straight away, right? I said that it was not a close loss for the Chiefs. You know, they lost by 11 kills in the previous game. So coming into this game, they've bounced back straight away, 250 to 80. Madsy, 11 kills, 8 deaths. He gets himself a triple kill. It felt like he was milking his life just as much as Pipz does.
I mean, Chiefs damn near denied Divine Mind getting any other points off of the board apart from that early kill 80 that you, that early game 80 that you keep mentioning. It seemed like from beyond that point, the Chiefs were like, yeah, no, we know we need to stop these guys. This is exactly how we're going to do it. And this is exactly the point of the game that we're going to start like taking control of it. And that's, you know, definitely what they did. That's such a convincing turnaround for the side of the Chiefs. You know, we see the scoreboard here. This is where they started to tick up. And from this point on, Divine Mind just couldn't do anything. The Chiefs had them down on lock through and through.
Yeah, no, definitely the Chiefs just had this game on lock. As soon as the score got 80 all, they're like, nah, let's start just getting a trip cap and we'll just keep it for the rest of the game and just make sure the Divine Minds have no chance. So we're going to jump into game number 4. Can Divine Mind bring it back? Because they looked good in game number 2. And that map, actually, I want to point out that map was a map that Divine Mind just played. They just played that against Immunity and won.
Yep.
And then they're about to play CTF Bazaar that they also just played against Immunity.
Yep.
So they're playing two game types here in a row that they've just played in the previous series. So they definitely have the experience on the map today, even against a team like Immunity. That's still enough to at least help them out.
I mean, at this point, it's such a simple thing to point out, but it's just team differential, right? Like, you may take these maps against Immunity very convincingly, but when you come up against the Chiefs, that's a whole different monster hoggy. Like, that's a whole different thing that you have to prep for. You could play against, I feel like, you know, a team, you know, 5 different teams like Immunity, but as soon as you go up against Chiefs, it's a different game. You have to play a different game. You have to put yourself in a different train of thought.
Yep, capture the flag on Bazaar. This is Chiefs' chance to win it if they take this game. But can Divine Minds bring it back and send it to a game number 5 and to a reset of the bracket into another series? 2 of Chiefs go down straight off the bat. Madsy's like, I'm not going to go for the Rockets. I'm backing down. Give me that Bulldog instead.
Looks like Slayz was probably the one in possession of OS there. I'm actually not sure. Might be Beastn. No,
he has it.
Slayz has it. He just hasn't popped it yet. He's going to pop it going into... Blue Side Cafe to challenge. Madsy is all the way off in La La Land over on red side. He's going to take a fight with BZIIRK here. I don't know if he knows where he is. He did see him clip briefly. Does get that melee beatdown with the Mangler, but we already RC3 going down on the side of Chiefs, and it seems like Madsy has no choice here other than to pull the flag, sort of draw some attention away from his team, and hopefully confuse the side of Divine Mind to let the Chiefs react to what's just happened.
Yeah, he is right behind the side of Divine Minds. The ball, the flag gets to bottom middle. 4 down for Divine Minds. And the side of Chiefs didn't even need Madsy to kill him. They didn't even need it. They just needed him to distract, get the flag going. You pull it to bottom middle or to Rockets and we'll just start running it. We'll slay them. And it's fine. You don't have to do too much. Just get the flag out for us.
We got the Milkman up on this main stage camera right now, making a very convincing, very smooth, very clean flag run, puts it right in for him, and they already go up 1 in about, I don't know, a minute and a half of the game. Hoggy, that's pretty ridiculous going into this game immediately. You got to be sweating a little bit if you're Divine Mind.
No, you're definitely sweating. Dannte's starting off hot again. He's got 5 kills, 2 deaths. BZIIRK's down bottom middle. The player of Madsy does not manage to clean him up, though.
Oh,
He gets called
good
out.
double.
Pipz gets the double, though. He does get the nade onto BZIIRK to take him down. Barcode's got shots across the map on Beastn. It's only a 2v2, so things will stay pretty stalematey at the moment. He's got his teammate underneath him. He's heard him. He's turned around. I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised Barcode didn't even just go for the kill on his teammate because he slays everything in his sights. He finds Dannte. He's going to go straight through double doors, and he's on the flank.
Barcode knows that the rest of his team has strong contest on the OS, so he's just going to peek into their base now, try to get a pull. He is unfortunately being challenged by 2 players. He takes down Slayz. Is he going to take down Dannte? No, Dannte answers back, but unfortunately, Barcode has the Shark, Madsy, being able to answer for him, give him a little bit of support, and now all it takes is for Praties to be able to take down BZIIRK, and we are going to see another flag run come out from the side of Chiefs, and it is a strong one. Divine Mind are going to have to sneak through Chiefs' side trench and sort of stop them from being able to cap this flag, but I'm not sure if they have it in them.
Yeah, Pipz knows they're all here. He's calling them out. They'll take down 2 of them. BZIIRK manages to get a kill. As he gets across the map, BZIIRK jumps straight through the double doors. Barcode takes him out.
Oh no, that's
Pipz
a
kills his
teammate.
own teammate, Barcode, but I don't know if it'll matter. Praties is trying to defend him, and he does. He'll take down Beastn. The Milkman gets in a second.
The Milkman with the second flag cap, giving all the objective support that his team needs. He does see Dannte grab rockets, so that's going to be a call. Chiefs right now know where they need to focus, and hopefully they should be able to make the read that Dannte is trench side. Maybe they might be able to make the read that he does have bullets. Sorry, grapple, but it doesn't seem to be that way. Dannte is now one shot. He has made himself one shot with that rocket, but he has managed to pick up a kill, and they should be able to. He takes down Pipz too. That's a bomber medal. That's 5 rocket kills for Dannte in this game already, about 3 to 4 minutes in, and it looks like we are going to see a good mounted push from Divine Mind onto Chiefs flag. They might be able to make this run, but it looks like we already have Pipz and Madsy making it over to Divine Mind's side, to be able to stop this flag cap.
Yeah, you know, in the comms of Chiefs, as they've gone down there, they've respawned. All they're saying is, OE, overextend, get in the enemy base, stop them from moving it any further than double doors. Dannte is one shot. Pipz is going to try take him down. Pipz is playing his life. The flag will be thrown to bottom middle from the side of Chiefs. Dannte is still alive, though. Pipz is also milking his life as usual. He's still alive himself,
Pipz
and
lives.
Dannte takes him down. Pipz is still
And
there.
picks up a
He gets
kill.
another kill, and he'll probably get a touch. He does. There's one player bottom middle right next to him. He'll throw the flag. He's going to run it. He's going to ignore the player, and he's going to keep going straight in. Can Pipz get his 3rd cap? The player of the Divine Mind squad is coming in, and that's Beastn. He gets the Dynamo nades in. Madsy defends him, but Madsy's got another player here. Beastn's still there. So Madsy playing his life. The flag is down. Barcode goes in for a grab. Beastn comes out to try and get the shots. Praties comes in. Pipz respawns right at the back of his base. It's a perfect spawn for the side of Chiefs. Praties finds one in front of him. He's one shot. Challenges for the second. Doesn't manage to get it. The flag is still not in, and Dante's coming in. Pipz went down as well, so they're going to get the return and probably get themselves a pull. I don't know if they'll be able to get it too far, but they will get the return at least.
Good return. This is that counter cap nature that often happens in flag games, so we're probably going to see a pretty convincing run come out from the side of Divine Mind. It seems like, just looking at the map right now, Chiefs are pretty scattered. You have Praties and Trench, Barcode trench side as well, but you also have Madsy all the way up on their side, Rockets, so it's going to be interesting the kind of play that they make here, but when Barcode makes a double kill, is convincing of that, pretty much shuts down the entirety of Divine Mind's pull. You know, Divine Mind has no answer for that. They're going to have to recalibrate, reset. This pull was for naught. It looks like Chiefs has this down on lock, Hoggy.
Yeah, the middle of the map is up for contention right now. 2 players of Divine Minds drop down straight to Madsy. Madsy plays his life for as long as he can. Pipz pushes in. He knows they're both weak, but it looks like they'll still trade out. Divine Minds, though, they go 4 down momentarily. Slayz spawns up in the back of his base, so he's going to have to move out. The rocket is spawning in a few seconds. It's 18 seconds away. The overshield is also 18 seconds away. So the Chiefs have control of the map. Barcode is in the enemy palm, just being real sneaky right now, waiting for someone to come through.
We're going to see Beastn here test these rockets, throws out a couple nades, takes some peach shots, but he is one shot. He does have to go up against Barcode. He does going to get taken down, but you know, you have that other member of Divine Mind make the answer. Praties does have rockets, and it only takes 1, even though Dannte had that OS. It's gone. It's done and dusted. And Dannte didn't really manage to do anything with that apart from sort of take down Barcode when he was one shot. Couldn't really make any push with that whatsoever. So unfortunately, we do have Praties here sort of peeking in with those rockets. I think he did manage to give one up on the side of Divine Mind's bar there, which is unfortunate because if Divine Mind can make a play with those rockets, that could be game turning.
Yeah, Madsy, Pipz is calling out for Madsy. Madsy finds him. Barcode finds the other, so all Divine Mind spawning up in the back of their base. You see Chiefs pushing through bar. Pipz, can he play his life? No, he can't. His teammate comes back towards the palm tree and helps him out. The other two players from Divine Mind spawn at the bottom. Rockets entrench, and they're going to overextend straight into the base of the Chiefs. They have a player spawning up from the side of the Chiefs, and he does spawn in elbow, the library, and he's going to push straight back. That'll be Pipz. He's already into palm tree. Barcode finds one. BZIIRK does manage to trade out. Beastn's there to help him out. Slayz is in here as well. He's already into the palm tree. Pipz is there, and Pipz stays alive. Madsy gets the kill. The flag is still moving, and it's all down for Divine Mind. So this is another cap. They'll go up 3-0 in the game.
It was a good rotation from Divine Mind there for, I believe it was Slayz. And someone else, not too sure who that second player was, but to turn around because they spawned bottom mid down near where the Bulldog spawns to immediately go, okay, they're pulling our flag. We should just try to rotate through their trench now, make a stop. But unfortunately, the comms from Chief were just too strong. The shots from Chief were too strong, and they just managed to take them down straight away and make that flag cap.
Oh my god, Barcode gets the double. They come flying in at him, but he takes them both down. BZIIRK was the last man alive. He'll go down as well. Again, Chiefs just have control of this middle map. They're going to push up. The overshield is about to spawn. Madsy's going to play for it. It's up in 2 seconds. He's going to grab it. He's going to get it. Dannte's on the other side of the map throwing nades, trying to stop it if he can, but he isn't able to. Pops it straight in. Madsy's going straight up. The PP is the gun that you need to use to take him down, but he won't be able to do it. He'll slide straight in. He's going to grab this flag. 2 players from Divine Mind are still up, but he'll run it. He'll find one. His teammate's right there to clean him up, and that is Praties. He'll take him down. The flag is double doors. Beastn is coming in though. He's spawned. Pipz is here as well to help him out. It feels like the Chiefs really are on point right now. Every time we move over to a play, they back down. They've got a teammate there to help them.
Just the positioning that Chiefs have right now, the teamwork, the comms, the synergy of their players overall, absolutely insane. It just feels like they're everywhere on the map. Madsy taking down BZIIRK. Don't even challenge me, man. I'm taking your flag. I'm capping it, going up 4-up in the series. If you are Divine Mind right now, you are absolutely sweating in your boots because there is not much you can do in 3 minutes to be able to make 4 caps, Hoggy. It is near impossibility.
Yeah, on a map like Bazaar, you rarely see 4 flags capped in 3 minutes. So if Divine Minds are able to do it, it'll be a miracle. We're back on board with Barcode, who's got the grapple hook. It's his favorite equipment in the game. He's got another player in front of him, but he gets taken down by rockets. You can't match up to the rockets when they land right at your feet. BZIIRK Slayz are going to push through. The flag is being taken, though, by the Chiefs, and they are moving it towards Palm Tree. Slayz tries to jump up. He gets caught clambering and goes down. The other player is Beastn, and he's here. He'll take down Praties. The other player is next to him. Overshield is about to spawn. He'll push in for Barcode. Barcode does get taken down by BZIIRK. Overshield's up in 19 seconds. Maybe they can use this, Bluey. They've got 2 minutes. It's still winnable.
19 seconds on the OS, but Pipz, the milkman himself, he's about to make a delivery, and that looks like another flag. He's taking it slow and steady as not to be called out, but he is taking shots, so the comms are there, but Pipz manages to just stay alive again. Grapples up, does go down, and it looks like that's probably going to be a flag return. But that whole time, you know, throwing a spanner in the works of Divine Mind, they're really not going to be able to do much from this because they have to play their lives in order to get this flag back. Beastn can grab the OS here, but I'm not sure how good that's going to work out for him, especially when half of it, nearly all of it, is going to go down in favor of that dynamo nade that Barcode just seems to have thrown out.
He's able to keep the flag alive. He'll take down Madsy. Praties, the last man alive. He uses the grapple hook perfectly. He's got a little bit of overshield left as it runs out. He's going to run it in for their first clap, their first cap. It's a minute 25 on the clock. It's going to be unlikely, but we'll have to see what happens. Can Divine Mind do it?
Can Divine Mind do it? I mean, that's the question, Hoggy. You know, if I were a fortune-telling man, I'm looking into my crystal ball right now, and honestly, I really doubt it. There's too much map pressure. We see 2 members of Praties and Barcode. Barcode does get taken down. Praties answers back with the kill under their flag. Slayz is just a bit salty, sort of aching out this shotgun right here. There's a minute left on the clock, but he knows that members of the Chiefs are in their tree right now, and they do sort of make a little bit of a trade right here, but there's not a lot that Divine Mind can do in this last 40 seconds of the game. I don't think it's possible for them to make 3 caps, Hoggy, but they could prove me wrong.
Yeah, Divine Mind, I think they know it's over. Praties knows it's over. He's just standing there shooting the body. He's probably going to unload his whole clip until he's got no shots left. Slayz will get himself a double kill for good measure. There's only 30 seconds to go, but the Chiefs, they're dominant.
20 seconds left on the clock. I think it's fair to say from this point on, both teams are just playing a bit of a Slay games. Pipz just seems to be standing around in his base. I'm going to call it early, Hoggy. This is the match. Congratulations to the Chiefs on another win. 5 seconds left to go, baby. Let's treat it like it's New Year's. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to the Chiefs. They take another one in their belt. That's another stone in the Infinity Gauntlet for the Chiefs of the ANZ region. Well done, boys. Super convincing win. Good stuff. Well done.